This podcast contains explicit language and is intended for adult audiences. The views and opinions of Gentlemen No Class are strictly for comedic purposes and should not be taken literally. For instance, like this disclaimer. Now grab yourself a pint and enjoy.
COVID.
Oh, sorry. I was just clearing my throat.
Yeah, he just coughed.
COVID. Yeah, I didn't mean to.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of Gentlemen No Class. This is outside of the studio. We are actually at my house, so I'm not going to do a normal intro.
Nice.
Just to piss off Rob.
You're going. You're doing.
Going rogue with this here.
Yeah, rogue. But you're a dress down.
I am,
if you will.
Well, because I'm also
gentlemen.
wearing some gym shorts right now.
Yeah, real laid back.
Very laid back. So, we on this episode we are bringing in another guest. You guys have not heard of her? Yes,
Ooh.
yes, it is a her. Right?
The
we never had a her on this
time.
podcast.
I'm
Actually,
honored.
we did, but it just I didn't do the mixing and recording right. But
We
we
do.
decided to bring my wife, Megan.
Hey,
Welcome.
Welcome, yeah,
Welcome to
finally,
our world.
yeah.
it's been forever.
Yeah, I think the last time we did this, and we tried to record a serial killer episode a couple years ago, I think maybe.
Yeah, I think it's been that long.
And yeah, for some reason, Paul and I had great audio. Just Megan, we hooked her up to a lav mic, which wasn't proper. You got a lot of outside noise,
Yeah, major contrast.
you know. So, but now we're doing it. We're doing it right. We got her we gave her a mic, a proper mic, for this episode. So we are going to revisit the serial killer episode. But before we do that, what's up? What anything going on in? Well, Paul, I haven't seen you in I've seen you like last couple of weeks, but you haven't been on the podcast.
Yeah.
in quite some time.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, man?
Just,
It's just it, huh?
yeah, just working on myself.
Oh yeah, how's
Yeah.
that going?
Good.
Yeah,
Really good.
I didn't mean to put you
Yeah.
on the
No, it's okay.
on Front Street there, but
It's all right.
No,
I'm achieving things I never thought I could. And
You're
it's
surviving
amazing.
the pandemic.
just speaking to the mic.
Yeah.
You're surviving the pandemic.
Right. Which I also forget is happening. That's how invested I am in myself.
What, the COVID-21? Is that what it's called now?
I honestly forget. Yeah,
Yes.
I forget that's going on, and
Well,
because I'm just
you're numb
like I
to it,
said,
you're used to it.
well, yeah, not just that, but I'm really, like I said, I'm really into what I'm doing and focusing on myself.
Yeah.
I'm just that's just how deep I'm into. I'm just solely focusing on it. Like that's really what's on my concern in my mind. Anything else is just I just take it as I go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. What do they say? If you do something for like 20 some odd days straight,
It's 21 days.
21 days, and you
It becomes
create,
you can form a habit.
yeah.
right.
Well,
so it's kind of like what I mean.
it
We're more than
takes
21
8
days.
to 12 months to actually, to form a habit. I don't know if maybe that means, maybe to start off like the foundation. I don't know. I never heard of 21 days, but I know for sure certain it takes 8 to 12 months to fully establish a habit.
To fully establish it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
Okay,
maybe
so fully
we're phrasing-
established and
maybe,
forming are two different things. I
okay.
believe. So forming, I think, is like
Oh, right, you're starting.
you're starting.
Right,
I think
okay.
to full be blown on you and like this is your character now.
Yeah.
That's like maybe 8 to 12 months. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's where it is. Yeah, because that's right there. Is just that's it's almost like instinct.
Yeah.
It's reactionary. But
Nice. So where's that energy at, Paul? Huh? You seem like you're like when I hit the record button, it's like.
well, it's just been a very, very long day,
Well, yeah.
and this is my voice at this time of day.
Yeah. So in news,
as crazy as that sounds,
Kylie Jenner's pregnant. Why do I know that?
good for
I
her.
don't know.
It was. I was looking at Yahoo for some odd reason. It was like the headline news on the front page. I'm like, why? This is the problem.
You know what's
Because-
crazy? She is a billionaire. She's what,
Really?
24 years old. She's a billionaire. Yes.
Wow.
So just her name made her famous, right?
Yeah.
So obviously
And some
the
dick involved.
Kardashian the Kardashian kind of got her off on a good foot. But she has a makeup line.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
mean, she's kind of was the trademark for the lip staining
Lip
color
stain-
kits.
Oh, that's
Damn.
right. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Why do I know that?
Well, me, duh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, they clearly know what they're doing because they're making a good amount of money. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
Really, I don't.
I think she's
I don't
the
care for
youngest
them.
billionaire, though. I mean, that's something to say.
I don't mean whatever they do necessarily. I have no interest, but hey, I respect that they're making money.
Yeah.
They know whatever they got. They know what they're doing with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good for them, I guess.
That's good.
Just imagine. I just want like 0.1% of that $1 billion.
Well, yeah.
You want?
I would want 0.1.
well, just
give me
ask her.
0.1.
Okay, exactly right. I wonder how many
Ask her,
letters.
see what she says.
I wonder how many inquiries these celebrities get.
Yeah.
Like, it's worth a shot just to ask and see what happens.
Yeah, it's just
It just
I can't imagine. Well, they maybe have publicists or
Yeah.
that deal with that and like
Of course, it
or
goes
some
through
kind of
some-
filter, but
yeah.
he doesn't directly,
they get
depending how
they
big
get it
you are.
screened, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But
But
think of the flip side. Like you can never just go to the store without somebody like haggling you and wanting a picture or your autograph.
Oh, don't
Well,
give me. Who
it
cares?
It depends.
Poor
Like
baby.
if you live, maybe just move to a small town where nobody knows you.
Oh, but
There's
people are going
nothing
to
to
know
do.
you.
Yeah,
You're a
Yeah, but I
Kardashian.
doubt it. Like you never know. Like some people, like especially in small towns, small little cities, they really are in their own world.
No, that's
like
true.
it's just that's
true.
all they like. Then that they like
But
it.
what
like
if you don't
that.
want to live in a small town? You want to live in the suburbs.
Okay,
Or not
well
the
then
suburbs, but like in the
that's what
city.
you're gonna have to deal with.
But at that point, now you have to
That's what
hire
I'm s-
security.
Yeah.
You know,
You know,
and-
like I mean, I don't know. I that level of tension, man. That's overwhelming.
it's
I
the
can't
price
imagine.
you pay to be a billionaire.
Yeah, well,
And the
that
fact
kind of
that it-
fame too.
The fact that it all started with a sex tape.
Yeah, it just spawned all this
It's true.
shit.
It's
Yeah,
true.
I mean,
Thanks, Kim.
it's not a knock, or it's just that's just the logic. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it spawned all this shit.
It did,
Their
yeah.
family. So her, getting some dick saved her family. She took one for the team, I guess.
I
don't
guess.
know.
But you know what's
Yeah.
funny? What's funny is that now it seems like everybody can jump on board the Kim K train with OnlyFans. Is that what's OnlyFans?
Oh yeah, that. Did you
Yeah.
hear about that recently too?
What are they doing?
Starting October, they're not allowing nudity.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so a lot
the
of them are
stock's going to
pissed.
plunge. I don't think they have stocks.
A lot of the some people that are using OnlyFans for
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they're scrambling. They don't know what to do. Like,
so in October,
October
it's going,
1st, they're no longer allowing a
are
live nudity.
Are they catching a lot of flack for the nudity, or what? What's the purpose
I don't know.
Of that?
I have no idea what the deal is. I just heard that it's going to stop, and that sucks. Is like if that's what you do, and like, well, I guess you got to go do something else.
That's hilarious.
Can't do anything about
So
it.
what kind of content is on OnlyFans?
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm kind of confused. Like, so I was reading, somebody was explaining the origins of it. I mean, its original origins and intentions were it was supposed to be for legitimately like for privilege or fans that part of like subscriber for some kind of content creator, and they get privilege or
Like masterclass.
yeah, well, no, they'll get like privilege and like a material that's only for them. If you subscribe, whatever, like it's only
Right.
all for OnlyFans as what it's
Right,
called.
right.
So
And
like D-list
so-
celebrities.
And then so somebody got the opportunity, or just somebody had the right idea to just I don't know what their content they're creating, because I heard some of it's just bullshit and it's just a loophole just to simply offer the OnlyFans part so they can do. That's what they really want to do, from what I heard. You understand what I mean?
No. Like, what do you mean?
If I'm not mistaken, the OnlyFans, like you have to be a content creator. You offer something, right?
Okay.
So, if you're an OnlyFans member, like from that, I guess that content creator is, you're getting access to, special access to certain content by them.
I got you.
So I'm saying, like, I think that's what read or heard. That's how some people are using it that way.
Mm-hmm.
They're not like their content isn't really, it's nothing.
Okay,
It's
so-
very minimal, and they're just the real meat is where the OnlyFans thing is. What, like I said, they
Oh,
so
the
you have
subscription.
access- to do that. So because people pay to see live
So in
nudity or whatever.
theory, like we can start a Gentleman No Class OnlyFans account
Yeah.
and have you
Yeah.
have your pants down.
I don't know
on
why me, but yeah.
Well, because I'm married.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that doesn't.
And Megan's on my wife's on the podcast
Just
right now.
not like, just show the bottom half.
The bottom half, yeah. Just wear a football jersey. Just wear just
Yeah,
covers.
it's barely covered.
And I wear some
No.
high dress socks
No,
for some
get
odd
this.
reason.
I've heard of people
That's a
selling
nice topping.
feet pictures
Feet?
on
Yeah.
OnlyFans
Yeah.
and making
See,
a living.
I don't blame. Yeah, they found a niche. And see, it's just those things. People discover like it doesn't. It is what it is, man. Some people are kind of like I think some people are upset genuinely because they're making money that it's easy for them. They're making that so much money and it's so effortless, and some people are just jealous. That's just the way it is, and I mean, hey, that's how you make money. Fucking, I go for it. I fucking wish I could do that, but no, it's just about finding something that's just find something that's effortless for you to make money. Shit, if you're bitching about it yourself.
I'm curious on what the ratio is. Like, how many female content? Is that what we're calling them? Content creators?
Yeah,
That just flash their goods
Mm-hmm.
compared to guys. Like, I wonder what the ratio is on that.
Yeah, because I
You know
mean,
what
it's
I mean?
female dominated. I wouldn't doubt there's guys. I just don't know about them. I don't know about the female ones either, but I haven't actually legitimately heard.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
because there's some famous ones that like pop up every now and then, but they're all female. So
Okay.
I don't know if there's any male.
Has there been any A-list celebrities?
See, there you go.
that-
That's how you corner it right there. Do it. Be that one guy to offer that. Other guys, won't do. I don't know. Just something.
look at it from that out.
Yeah, from that angle.
yeah,
Yeah,
from-
like that. There's opportunity right there.
So the thing is that if OnlyFans is going to go that way, where they're not going to have that adult content, there's going to be something else that's going to pop up.
Of course, yeah.
You know?
Like there's gonna be another spawn of other stuff. It's just gonna be somebody will because there's a market
Yeah.
in that, and somebody's gonna capitalize on it, and as they should, I guess, because I mean it's an opportunity. But yeah, like you said, there's always gonna be something like that, or it
Maybe a
doesn't matter.
Kardashian will do that.
Yeah, another
Yeah.
billion to add. I'm coming.
Like figuratively.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that way. I mean, I'm on my. Never mind. I said too much, and I don't mean sexually. Like performance, like sexually.
Performance like
Yeah.
sexual.
No, I don't know. I would love to attend. Slightly
OnlyFans?
slightly off subject, just because you're talking about billionaires and whatnot.
Yeah.
I would love to attend or just be around people of that high society. I'm curious what kind of energy they have to offer.
High society. is what
Yeah,
I
like
mean.
real, like just high
Oh,
society
in
class
general.
people.
Okay, I
like,
thought that was like-
very, very wealthy, powerful. I would love to
I thought
be
it
in
was a
that
brand
room
or something. Yeah.
No.
Like
got you.
real celebrities.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not necessarily. No, celebrities, just
In
Billionaires.
general.
powerful people.
Yeah.
I would love to be
But
in
then-
that room, like just to talk and as an observer. That's it, and just feel like their energy. I'm just curious.
Yeah, like-
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I bet it'd be overwhelming.
Like they
at
don't
least to me.
they don't just drink red wine. They drink like Cristal and
right
stuff like
Well,
that.
yeah, like just the simple things like that tells a lot about somebody
Mm-hmm.
and the things that attract them and like how they carry themselves. What kind of energy do they carry?
Right.
It's just how they handle things and their perspective. And I'm just curious. I want to know what they fucking know. And maybe I'll learn something out of it.
Well,
Either way, it's always
Start
fascinated me.
with setting up an OnlyFans account.
I know, right?
and you're on your way.
There, yeah, that's what I said. Somebody's got to corner the market. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Well, I don't know. We'll see what in October, huh? That's where
The end.
The
Sorry,
end.
OnlyFans.
No, I mean I don't know.
Yeah.
So anything else that's peeking in the news?
I'm pretty sure there's a lot.
I know we just haven't really done our
that's
research, right?
That's the best we can do.
No, I was driving home from work, and Cinemark Theater was packed.
Yeah,
That's kind of a good sign.
yeah.
I don't know if it's a good sign
Movie theaters.
for spreading the virus, but that's a good sign for movie
Hey.
theaters.
Yeah.
COVID.
No, just-
Either
in
way,
general.
like it's good to keep it alive, though, man. Because I just don't want theaters to die. That's part of. Yeah.
So if you had to
it's
choose,
experience, man.
Yeah,
like
I know.
that's how, like I said earlier, it's like that's movie theaters are made. Films are made to be experienced in a movie theater. That's how you're supposed to watch it.
Right. No, for sure.
Initially, like that's the idea, but that's fading away. But it is what it is.
Well,
You
people
know,
now
evolution.
have movie rooms in their houses.
Yeah.
so.
Well,
I would-
in our case, we used to have one. Thanks, Landon.
Nice.
But no, that's true. But that's great for revisiting movies, I think. Like, okay, you can revisit them, watch them on a Saturday afternoon after work, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think, from Paul's perspective, I totally agree that to immerse yourself in the movie, you have to go to a
Okay,
movie
but
with
let's talk about
Yeah.
movies, theaters. When you're bringing a whole family to a movie theater, the prices ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially the nighttime.
You don't go every day. You
No,
go,
but
Yeah.
the nighttime ticket prices
I get
for a
it.
family
Yeah.
of four,
but for the experience,
Yeah,
though.
that's
And the
you pay for
whole-
the experience.
the whole snacks,
The
dinner,
experience.
everything.
If you want to be cheap, go to CVS and you know.
yeah,
bring your own
some,
snacks, you
sneak
know?
up some Rolos and you're good.
Oh,
I'm just
there you go.
saying. I mean, it's expensive.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so is going shopping at the Galleria.
Yeah.
So it's an experience.
It's about
But
the
that's why
experience.
people are like, "Hey, I'll just watch the movie at home on in my
Yeah.
movie theater."
Well, see,
room.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's where the division comes. Like the people that care about the experience versus the people like they don't care about that. They just want to watch the movie and save money, and they just don't think it that way. And it is what it is. That's just people care. You know, you should cater to what you like.
Yeah.
But that's just diminishing already.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are not wanting like they're. It's crazy to know certain movies. Like you can $30. I can watch it at home.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
it's just
crazy.
like what the fuck. I remember wanting that as a kid, just growing up. But it's like, but now it's like, nah, man. Like I was just, I don't know. It doesn't help, keep movie theaters alive. But it is what it is. But it's just kind of sad. It's like, man, this is a sign that this is where this is gonna go.
Yeah.
It's
But
just gonna
it
come
goes-
to home media.
It goes to show, like, there was an interview that Matt Damon did, and he talked about the movie product itself, the overall movie. And the question was asked, why are movies back in the 90s, 80s different than what the movies are made now? And it kind of feels like today's movies are marketed toward a certain type of people. It's not like you're not going to see your The Firm or what's that one song, A Few
Yeah.
Good Men movies anymore that are like aspiring great stories.
Yeah.
A lot of it is more like it's kind of veers off more into the action or to Disney or stuff like
Yeah.
that. And he mentioned, well, because now Blu-rays are dying, everything's going digital. So they will get a check whenever they did the movie from the production of whatever the dollar amount to make this movie was. Part of their salary was in that budget for the production company. To say it took $100 million to make this movie. Part of that is the actor's salary that they negotiated to start the movie. They see more movie coming in back in the day when the movie went to theater. Well, not when the movie went to theaters, but when the movie went to DVD and Blu-ray and those sales. They get checks because of that. But now it's not as much because it goes straight into digital in today's world. So now they're losing part of the monies because it's going digital. So now the production companies are directing these movies to a certain type of, like, I guess, people and genre. It's not really, you're not going to see these storytelling movies, and it's what Matt Damon said. I forgot where I saw this interview, but it was
Matt
very
Damon or
interesting.
Matthew McConaughey?
Matt Damon.
Okay.
From Rounders, you know.
Okay, you're right.
That guy.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's very interesting. You know what? That's where I saw it. It's that one YouTube spoof that they do about the hot sauce. They do, I forgot what it's called. Well, they have like 12 hot sauces, and they bring the celebrity on, and at the end of each hot sauce, they ask them a question, and they answer it, and that was one of the questions, and that's like, man, that is very interesting, and it sucks because from this direction now, we're not going to see those movies anymore. It'll probably come in and out every now and then.
It'll be
but-
on Netflix.
Hey.
and that's a good point. It might be on Netflix, right?
Don't tell me something I don't want to. Never mind.
Like, what do you mean, huh? Come on, give it to me.
I don't. Yeah, you say you may not see those anymore, and
Oh, well.
that's not. That's not. I just mean like I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
is that right?
Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't know.
I just
I just haven't seen them in a while. Like,
Give me a story like that, and I'll make it.
yeah,
I'll make it one day. That's what I'm trying to say. I like a challenge. You tell me no, what?
Well, I mean, like I was watching Breakfast Club for the 100th
yeah.
time this morning before I went to work. And it's like movies like that are not ever going to be made.
Yeah.
And you'll have today's, like, we're watching this show, and it's a great show on Netflix called Atypical.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
You seen it?
I'm on season 3. Yeah,
It's fucking hilarious.
it's fucking great. Michael Rappaport and Jennifer Jason Leigh. The kid, his and his sister.
Sam
I,
and,
I love the family, man. They're just how they care for it. But yeah, go on. It's a great show.
It is a quirky, funny show. But it's kind of a rarity because
it's got a good melody. Those things you're saying, it's nice to. When I watch that show, it's like
it's very 90s style.
You know
what I mean?
could say that, yeah. But it just offers like this level of comfort. Like I just like just the characters and just I don't know, just something about the show. Like it's soothing to me.
Yeah,
and I love the kid. You know how it's focused on the kid and
now Jennifer Jason Leigh's a whore.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Way to go. But yeah, it just the kid's learning about things about himself, and you know I couldn't help but I was like relate.
Yeah.
You know, especially going through certain phases at a certain time I was watching, it's like I know what he's going through.
Self-discovery.
Yeah, baby. Self-discovery.
Why is it that they always put the guy with the Middle Eastern culture as the pervert?
Oh,
his friend and
well, it's funny because
Rajid, I
like the
believe
guy,
his name is.
I think it's based on the guy who wrote it. The guy who wrote it is
Rabia something.
I think he's
or
I believe he's Middle Eastern.
Yeah, he is.
So I think that
He or
character
she.
is supposed to be. Well, either way, I think it's supposed to be based on that character, the writer.
Oh, really?
It's like the voice of, or you know, just because he's telling. I think it's from his perspective, not his perspective, but he's just the one. I guess like him being part of the story or something like that.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's a really good show. That's cool you mentioned that because I don't know anybody else that watches it. Like it's a really good show.
No,
like,
no, it is good.
Great.
Michael Rappaport is fantastic.
Yeah.
In that show. Where'd you leave off at?
Man, I can't remember. I
We're
was
on
watching it a
season
few
4.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what I saw last. I know he's in college and he's just still trying to figure it out. And I can't. Man,
Are you trying to go to Antarctica?
Oh,
That's 4.
That's not 4.
Yes.
I
No,
don't know
that's
anything about
3.
that.
It's 4.
Well, it's about time I owe you. I owe you one.
That's true.
For all the stuff that you
I
ruined
know,
for me in the past.
That's fine. I'll forget it. Don't worry about it.
So, the premise of this episode, I guess we'll go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes. Yeah. That's a Robism.
Great.
I know, right? So cheap. But I love talking about Rob when he's not here.
Lazy.
Yeah. So about serial killers, this was something that we talked about in the past. I don't know too much about serial killers, but I know this is right up my wife's jam, and same thing with Paul, because I know he was all into the Zodiac killer for some odd reason. Because he has a Jake Gyllenhaal like love interest in that character or actor. Excuse me.
That's more like John Carroll Lynch playing the one of the supposedly Zodiac.
That's not what he told me.
Yeah,
it's not what Paul told me. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine.
Shut up. Yeah. Oh man.
So, what piqued your interest in serial killers in general? Like, why are you intrigued? Maybe I don't think you're intrigued.
Yeah, but I know. I am.
Are you?
Like I said,
I don't even know my
really,
best friend. Wow.
I was really fascinated by the Zodiac case in general when I was in high school, and I studied a few years ago. What intrigues me about serial killers in general is their mind frame. You know, why would they do this? How could they do this? Mm-hmm. You know, what drives them to do the things they did? And it's just, studying psychotherapy, it's really interesting to find out. Like you see certain parallels in some of these serial killers and why they do the things they do, and a lot of it's upbringing and
a lot of them are they
environment.
abused?
A lot of this has to do with their mother.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a lot.
A lot. And Mindhunters have you seen Mindhunters?
Yes.
Oh my God. I love that show. You never seen it, Jacob?
Is that on Netflix or
yes.
something?
Yes. It's David Fincher. Man, it is fucking
David Fincher.
Yeah. Fucking
sounds familiar.
Social Network.
Oh,
Social
yes.
Network.
Gotcha, yes, yes.
Fucking. He's done a lot, but it's great, man. It's really good. The show, the premise is basically, let's see, these two FBI agents, or like
They're starting
There's-
a new department. And
Yeah.
it's about serial killers.
yeah,
So
or
it's like
we're coining the term serial
Close to the
killer
mic, honey.
too. They never like this is around the time when they were coining the term. They gave the names. This is where it came from.
Okay.
or based the origins of it.
Okay.
And so like they go cross, two FBI agents. They go across country giving classes, right, to like local police departments about psychology of criminals and just maybe people that are a serial killer. But they also go in the prisons and speak to serial killers. And they interview them and they study them, and it's fucking amazing. And
But it's a show. It's not like
it's
a
show.
documentary. Or
Yeah, it's a
It's
show.
based on the true beginning of
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, it's really good, man. I think you should really check it out.
the first season was kind of like showing how it got established,
yeah,
and they interview, and I think they're trying to figure out kind of the question that we have is, what is a serial killer? What's driving them? And they're trying to create like a profile of what a serial killer is,
mapping it out essentially. That mindset.
Right.
Interesting. And what
Yeah.
seasons are there? I mean, how many seasons?
There's two only, I believe.
The second one focuses on the Atlanta killings.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
Explain that.
Charles Manson is in this one too.
What are the Atlanta killings?
So, from I think it was the late 70s to the 80s.
Yeah, early 80s.
Yeah, even the 90s.
Oh wow.
Throughout I think maybe it was the,
The
80s.
2010s, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's still
Come
going,
on,
yeah.
don't stop. Yeah, go ahead.
There were killings of all these black boys in Atlanta,
Okay.
and
We're going there.
I mean,
That's
Yeah,
what it
it's
was.
pretty-
That's
It's
what it
pretty
was.
fucked up.
and
Wow.
because of
So it was just black boys that they killed?
young black boys.
Well, it was Atlanta, southern states, I guess.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, they feel like it wasn't investigated and they weren't, tied together because of race, is what why nothing really ever got started until the FBI actually got involved. And so that's kind of where Mindhunters.
So the
comes
local
in.
departments were kind of like brushing it aside. Like,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just, it's tragic. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then FBI got involved and they.
Yeah, they start tying it together.
Interesting.
And the serial killer is his.
His name is Wayne, or who they said it is. They
Yeah.
said Wayne Bertram Williams.
Yeah, this guy is very interesting. He was weird. Like he, demeanor very calm, and as far as keeping with appearances to throw off, which he probably was doing, he was very good at it.
Yeah. Okay.
He hides it very well. Just I guess covering his tracks, or just like I said, keeping up with appearances.
Uh-huh.
And I was pretty interested, at least in the show, how they how they demonstrate like how he was about that. And I forgot. I think it took a while because like they were on to him, but it took I can't remember. Do you remember, Meg? Like it took a while for him to get convicted or get arrested. I think
Because they couldn't pinpoint
Yeah.
every murder on him.
Yeah.
They could only, so I think they only ended up getting him for 2 or 3 of the murders. They weren't able to pinpoint every single murder.
Okay.
But even now, there's still like some like,
Questionable
yes,
murders.
they don't know if it was really him that did it all.
Like it,
They're saying that
like
that's who
other
they-
murders outside of the one that he's been convicted for.
Right.
Right. Okay.
So he may not have been the one. They may have just put it on him just to
oh, I see.
put it on him, just to
Now,
end it.
do these killers, do they have like mental health issues?
Most of them.
Most of them do?
Most of them, yeah. I would say like another interesting one is what's his name?
Ted Bundy.
No, he was on Mindhunters too. What's Son of Sam?
Oh yeah, Son of Sam.
What's his name?
David Berkowitz?
David Berkowitz. Yeah, he
Is he the one that's the dad? And okay, I don't want to confuse anybody. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah,
on.
well, I mean, what was interesting for me is I seen interviews about him, and the energy the guy carries, like he was very meticulous to when he stalked his prey and how he studied it. Like he was very good at what he was doing, and the way I look at it is, you know, if only this guy applied his energy to something better, you know, the things he could have done.
Right.
He just he utilized it correctly. You know, the fucking spiritually speaking here, the darkness just corrupted him bad. He's using his energy wrong.
Right.
You know,
right.
he's not taking a good path. But the thing said, it's just like, but it was just amazing to, like just the details of how he, you know, what he would do, and it was just he got it down to the science. He was admitting it, like in an interview, he was saying like you had to be, you know, like he just every detail accounted for, you know, just to cover your tracks and just to make sure just how he orchestrated it basically. He fucking he knew what he was doing, and you know that's why he got away for just for how long he did it, and but his is like more I think also I don't know if it's delusional because of the satanic ties or something like that.
Okay.
I'm trying to think another one where.
So also in Mindhunters 2, well, at least in the second season, they're focusing on the Atlanta murders, but then they're kind of showing like little snippets of another serial killer and so I'm guessing that's what season 3 is going to be about. And that was about the BTK killer, which is the one who would go into the houses and act like he was the repairman for the security system.
He's the one that's the father, right? That has a daughter, and the daughter did not know anything about it.
Yeah.
And then he gets busted. Yeah, I remember seeing
and
something
it was
on
like
2020.
years later, like the DNA basically is what had him caught. But he was like a father and like this model citizen, and he had like 2
keeping
kids,
up with
and
appearances.
and then you know DNA comes along and boom, you're caught. But yeah, he was also like disturbing, you know.
Well, see, there's a statistic I read somewhere saying that right now there's 2,000 serial killers that we do not know about that are just trying to apprehend. Like there was a serial killer that called in the Howard Stern show years ago.
Oh, I think I saw a recommended on YouTube recently. But go on. Yeah.
Damn algorithms. But no, we don't know if it's fake or real, but he called the Howard Stern show and saying that he's a serial killer, and the reason why he was doing it is because he sees, and they're all prostitutes, and he sees how ugly their lifestyle are, and that it's a power thing, and that he knows that he can control it. He has sex with them, and after that, the look that they give him is like, you're disgusting. Not to him, but like after he did the act, the girl's like, oh, you're disgusting, repulsive. So that's why he ended up killing her. But to this day, he's still on the run. They never caught him. They don't know who it was. It could have been a prank call, but it was one of those things that they called.
Oh,
and
man.
I don't know if you heard it or not. But.
No, I didn't hear it. I just saw the clip of it and never watched it. Damn. That's fucking
hilarious.
So
I mean, not hilarious.
I don't doubt. Well, you never know.
You never know. Yeah.
So another serial killer that I actually saw a documentary on in the last several months, the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez from Cali.
Yeah.
Richard.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he's. I think.
He was seriously like. He was so bad. Oh, almost like darkness and just
devil
incarnate.
Yes.
Like he was. His deal was. I was reading about him. He was schizophrenic for one, and his fucking childhood was fucking paired with that schizophrenia that fucking warped him completely, like real bad.
That's crazy, man.
And that's the way he is the way he is, or until the day he died. You know, and it was just delusion after delusion. It was just fucking crazy.
So what do these people do with them? Like they know it's a mental issue. They cannot just kill him off and give him the chair.
No, they gave him the death penalty regardless. Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
he was on death row for a long time.
Well, I think what happened with that, he was on death row, but then they had some, it's California. where they ended up overturning all the death row convictions into life sentences.
Oh, right.
And I think he ended up dying from cancer.
Oh yeah. Okay. It was crazy. So
he died like a peaceful death. You know, he just faded away. You know, and compared to what he did to all his victims.
Yeah, that's somebody that's just real. God, that's.
So what he would do, he was breaking into houses through like the back door and like through windows and stuff. And this is like in the 80s where like
everybody left their shit unlocked anyway.
And like they would leave windows open and, you know, like nothing was locked. And they didn't have security systems, you know, back in the day.
They didn't have Ring doorbell cameras.
Yeah. So when that happened, there was a huge surge of like people getting locks and, you know, making sure they had better security and better guns.
Yeah. Guns, that's where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
No, but what's crazy about these killers is that I would say a lot of them may try to plead the mental issue. You know, like the Parkland shooter. The guy was, when he was being interrogated, he was fine. Then he realized there's a camera pointing at him, and that's when he starts pleading the mental issue case. Whereas there was this other killer. I don't know why I was watching his YouTube channel, and they were comparing a killer that pleads the mental illness case and falsifies it, and someone that legitimately pleads the mental illness case and is genuinely mentally impaired or mentally sick. And what this guy did is like he really like drove into somebody, crashed, pulled him out, and just killed him right off the bat. And he turned himself in, and they interrogated him. And like, why'd you do it? Like, well, straight face, like just because I just wanted to, and no emotion, no nothing. The answers were quick. Like, did you think that was wrong? Like, yes. Do you feel remorseful? Maybe for the family, but no. You know, stuff like that. The way his answers, and that he gets hit with a mental case, like he's mentally sick, and it's just it blows my mind how you can totally see the difference between someone that
the term is sociopath.
Sociopath, okay.
Where you feel nothing,
yes,
no emotions, nothing.
But that's a mental issue, then, right?
Psychopath too is like a callous and, you know, morally depraved.
But how many sociopaths in the world are there out there that don't kill people?
I know a couple.
Yeah.
Damn.
And and then you have the sociopath, and then you have a shitty childhood. You know, then there you go. That's the recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you hear about that? Kids, don't follow your parents' footsteps, I guess.
No, treat your babies right.
There you go.
Treat your children right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
A lot of them too, like Paul was saying, have mom issues. You know, a lot of them. It's like,
I listened to Sword and Scale, and there was a couple of them where the kid kills the mom.
Yeah.
And there was one episode they got really bad where he ended up having sex with the dead corpse, and it was his mom.
John Wayne Gacy. He was another very infamous
was
serial
he the
killer.
Clown one? Or
yes,
something?
I think he also killed his mother.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he would
Edward Kemper too. The what's it called? Co-ed killer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was fucking huge too. Like 6'5", 6'7".
Oh, wow. So he had his way.
Yeah. He supposedly his mother tormented him so bad that he what's it called? Like when he killed her, he took her vocal cords and put it in the disposal.
Damn it!
Like just like you can't fucking talk anymore. Wow. Basis fucked up. But that guy was on a level. His intelligence is very high.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Mindhunter. He's like kind of like a consultant for the FBI agents.
Yeah, he was in the first season.
Yeah, but actually season 2 as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because they consult him about Charles Manson. But he's he's very he's very honest about what he does. He knows what he did was wrong, and he acknowledges his behavior and what he does and understands it. And like I don't know if he shows remorse necessarily, but he's just real logical and like, but he understands that what he did was wrong, and he understands why he did it because his mother. He says it straight up, like she just no father around, the mom just taking out whatever her anger, everything on him, tormented him all his life, and he just fucking snapped one day.
I'm curious to see what the statistic is that. The serial killers, they had rough child upbringings, and apparently the mom was really bad to a lot of them, right? But that's one generation. I'm curious on how many serial killers there were the generations before. Like, obviously, it cannot just be one group of parents that are just beating the shit out of their kids that turns them into serial killers, because they learned that behavior obviously from their parents.
Yeah.
So in their parents' generation, how many serial killers came about? You know what I mean? Obviously, serial killing has been around forever with Jack the Ripper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a never ending thing. But I'm just curious if has it spiked at all or anything like that. Like in this generation with the millennials, has it increased from the generation before with the Ted Bundys and stuff
question.
like that?
I really feel like we don't hear about serial killers as much anymore. We hear more about
because you can get caught
shootings.
easily with the cameras everywhere.
Right. I mean, everywhere you go, there's a camera. So
maybe we stopped them already before they became serial killers.
But now we have school shootings and shootings happening in the
it's true.
stores and everywhere else.
What do they call it? What is that called? Or mass shooting.
Mass
is what it
shooting,
is.
yeah. With church,
that
school,
seems like that's
mall,
replaced serial
Las Vegas.
killers.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
That's
like
true.
I don't know when's the last.
Well,
time
maybe
actually-
like I said, the serial killing is probably hard now with all the
Yeah.
cameras and everything.
That's
And
kind of fucked up because that's Big Brother, and that's actually a good side effect
Yeah,
because of that. Like I hate to
Patriot
say
Act,
it.
yeah, exactly.
I hate to say it, but like that's
a positive that came out of that.
Prevents, minimizes people like behavior
And
like
DNA, I'm just saying.
That's true.
That's
true.
fucked up. I'm so conflicted by saying it though. Now
It's okay. It's okay to accept change, Paul.
It's not. It's just.
No, it is.
It's just the idea of it.
Well,
I don't
I mean,
like.
it's
I still don't
change.
like it.
I
I mean,
mean-
privacy. We gotta have some privacy. Fuck.
I have nothing to hide. And they want to see me walk around ass naked. I mean, that's fine. I don't care.
Nah.
You don't think there's anything in these TVs? You want to go down that
Yeah.
rabbit hole?
Or the Alexa.
I want
Yeah.
to be. You gotta
Yeah.
maintain some kind of level of privacy.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's good to have.
It's good to have privacy, and I have it in the toilet. Hopefully, I do have it there.
God, I need more than that.
Oh man, but I think
Yeah.
that's going to be the direction we're going. Unfortunately, with all this, innovation, smart home innovation,
Yeah.
everything is being controlled by the sound of your voice.
So,
right. Unless you get wise and just build your own and just
I mean,
be
yeah,
rid of that.
yeah, you can.
speaking of serial killers, again, I watched something on recently. Dr. Death,
Ooh,
did you-
Bunch. What's his name?
Christopher Dunch.
Dunch. Yeah, that motherfucker right there.
Have you heard this yet, Paul?
Who's Dr. Death?
He's Dr.
Go
Death.
ahead, Megan. Go ahead.
Explain.
So,
He's just like a sociopath that thinks that he's always right. Mm-hmm. And go ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
yeah,
Go ahead.
let me say the story. So, he was a Texas. That's where he started his doctor career, in Dallas, actually. So he came to Dallas. He was recruited from, I think, Tennessee medical school from the University of Tennessee. Came to Texas, and he was a neurosurgeon, which neurosurgeons are very highly recruited. They get paid a lot. They get the hospitals a lot of money. The first couple surgeries that he did, he botched them so bad. And it just didn't stop there. He kept on botching these surgeries where people were coming in for simple back procedures. They would come out paralyzed or dead.
Wow.
And he, out of like the 25 patients that he worked with, he ended up botching like 19 out of the 25 or something. I mean, it was a crazy number how many he botched.
And
So-
during the procedures, the nurses and staff were noticing that he wasn't following proper protocol. But when they was questioning him, like, who's the fucking surgeon here? I'm the surgeon. Leave me alone. I'm doing this thing. There's been cases where after the surgery, he would go take his scrubs off, and then the next day perform surgery in the same scrubs, and they knew that it was the same scrubs because there was a hole in the ass, and they saw his ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The guy was obviously did not follow any procedures. He knew that whatever he was doing was right, and obviously he fucked up a lot of patients, man.
So, anyways, with him, they ended up
It's
filing
the little things.
They ended up filing criminal charges on him, which is the first time I think really that they had done that with a doctor, because a lot of times doctors, they escape any type of responsibility for what they do to their patients.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because you really don't know who your doctor is, man.
When was this?
This was in the 2011, 12.
Oh, wow. Wasn't that long ago?
It wasn't that long ago. And it happened in
Fuck.
Texas. So they ended up convicting him. He's serving a life sentence now. But
What was he just careless?
that's the question everyone asked. Was he careless, or
Or
was he
doing
a
it on
sociopath?
purpose? Yeah. I know what I'm doing. So I got a hammer and just
They're
fucking
chiseling the
Yeah.
L5 vertebrae.
You need to watch it.
I know what I'm doing.
Like, he scoops up some bone marrow. Anybody want some? Like,
Y'all
Yeah.
need to. I mean,
Well,
there
no.
are there are parts in that show where I cringe because it.
it has Joshua Jackson.
Uh-huh.
His name? Yeah,
Who?
he's Dr.
Alec
Dunch.
Baldwin.
What show?
It's called Dr. Death. It's on
Oh,
Peacock.
Oh, okay.
It's
Peacock.
good. It's really good.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's a podcast called Dr. Death.
It's based on the
It's based on the
podcast.
podcast.
Oh,
That's how I heard of
a
them.
show based on a podcast.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it's crazy. Well, there's a lot of them that
the
are out there.
fuck?
Like, there's another one. It's about
Was
an
there-
affair. I forget. It'll come to me.
Dear John.
Dear John, yeah, with what's his name, Eric Bana as the villain. It's hilarious.
They
kind
also
of.
had a second season of that too.
Did they really?
as
That's
well.
based off a
Wow.
podcast.
But they're
Really?
also based on murders
Yeah.
as well.
Wow.
Yeah, Dear John, you're right.
Well, that's cool. Like that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Let's see if somebody can get a story off of Gentleman No Class podcast for whatever reason.
Yeah. How are they going to be inspired? Jesus.
Yeah, no shit, right? Oh, wishful
Oh
thinking.
man.
But yeah, I don't know. Ted Bundy, what was his story? He was more than just a good looking man. I was told.
He was very charming. He had a good personality, and he was very smart as well, very intelligent. I think he went to law school.
No.
And he kind of same thing. I think with Ted Bundy, he found out that his mom wasn't really his mom. I think.
Up to the mic, honey. Again.
Sorry. He
Pulling
found out that
balls.
his mom wasn't really his mom. I think she was like his.
Did he end up killing her?
No, I don't think so. But he had a lot of. All his victims also were women too. And he did it throughout many states.
American Psycho is not based off Ted Bundy, is it?
I don't know.
With Christian Bale? Because he was like a good looking
Yeah.
business guy, only women.
Maybe. Could be.
So he did it in the 1970s. And then there was at one point where he was going through his trial. Like he had gotten caught, arrested. Like
Oh, yeah.
he was in the middle of his trial. And with his charmingness and his good looks or whatever, he convinced, I guess, no, that's what it was. He was a lawyer for himself. He was defending himself in his case. And with that, you get certain privileges and rights or whatever within your case. And he ended up, I think, jumping out of the window of a courthouse, and he escaped.
Wow.
And so they couldn't find him for a while. And so they ended up, I think he started killing people in Florida.
Damn.
Yeah. And so that's where they found him, and that's where he ended up getting arrested. And
Did he
finally,
get the death penalty?
Yes,
He did?
but in Florida.
In Florida? Oh,
So
yeah.
he committed all these murders
Mike.
throughout many different places. Oh my gosh.
Jeez,
Many different
You're like
states.
3 feet away from the mic.
Can you hear me now? No. Yeah, so he I mean, it was probably like 30, 40,
Yeah.
even probably more
Yeah.
victims.
Wow.
But most of these people they've been caught, or or just they've been caught. The ones we've been talking about. But like I said, when we started talking about this, the Zodiac killer. That's what really mystified it for me, or just a mystery behind it, because he was never caught.
Okay.
And I love, the movie was great. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, I did my own research, I read all the letters too. He sent to the SFPD and the San Francisco Chronicle as well, and talk about some really disturbing, like, just imagery and what he's talking about. And he talks about his victims, and the reason why he does is, like, when I die, I will go to paradise, and when my victims, like, I whatever victims I take, I'll bring them with me to my paradise, and I will torture them. I will one time he's like, one of the victims, or he was saying for somebody, he's like, well, I would love to see feed someone like heavily salted meat or something with no water or some shit, like in a cage, or rip somebody's skin alive and watch them rip completely their skin off and watch them run. And I'll laugh or something. I don't know. It's just some disturbing shit, man. Like,
and this person never gotten caught, right?
Yeah, and I always thought, like, because they had like his handwriting. All the victims, or not the victims, all the suspects, especially Arthur Lee Allen was the main suspect out of all of them, and John Carroll Lynch plays him in Zodiac, and he does such an amazing job, like just portraying like if that was a Zodiac, and how it's oh my god, don't take much. He does a damn good job. But what's it called? What was I gonna say? The handwriting. There was a lot of, because like whatever letters are sent, like they made all the suspects do handwritten tests,
right,
to make sure to see if it matches the letters, and
right.
They had experts looking at it. And none came close. Even the one with Arthur Lee Allen, and there were so many things pinned against him too. That evidence that, like, this has got to be the guy, but the guy that when the experts are like, no, like, this is the handwriting doesn't match. So I have this theory that it could be two people.
Right.
Maybe there's somebody else doing handwriting. Maybe there's somebody's doing the killing. And somebody is just helping him. He's just as sadistic as him. Maybe he helps to kill him. Maybe he doesn't. Either way, he's part of it. And he gets somebody to just write, do the handwriting.
Or what if he writes with his left hand?
Well, see, that's the thing about Arthur Lee Allen. He was ambidextrous. You write with your left and right hand.
Right.
So they thought they had a theory.
But I'm talking about even the other suspects. What if it was one of those suspects? It's just that the killer writes with his left hand, and he's really right-handed.
Yeah, but I think they actually probably tried to make him do it. But if they weren't ambidextrous, they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But Arthur Lee Allen was, so they thought like his everyday, whatever handwriting would be on his right, but when he does the Zodiac letters, it's with his left. Mm-hmm. But they checked for both; it wasn't a match.
Yeah, they probably did both on every one of them.
Yeah. So, and I don't know. I don't know. Just to me, it kind of just seems like maybe there's, maybe something, somebody else is involved, and they helped, help. Maybe there's a group of people. You never know.
Right.
Like they're just sadistic people, just fucking just
and
causing terror.
This was done in the 70s?
60s.
Okay.
60s. Yeah.
Wow.
60s and early 70s, I believe.
Can I go back to Ted Bundy?
Sure.
I was wrong about his mom. It's not that he was adopted. It's that she had him like illegitimately. And I guess he was raised by his stepfather, who was very
abusive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so he also, this is the part that's sick that I forgot about him. He decapitated 12 victims.
Oh, really?
Cut off their heads.
You fuck them?
Yeah.
Yeah, really? Yeah, really.
He
Where can I fuck them?
He's serial killer, rapist, and he was a necrophiliac.
And that's when you have sex with dead people, right?
Sick.
Oh, dead people, you say?
Yeah,
That's sick.
That is sick. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You know another sick serial killer? Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. Not really a
Fucking
good one, but
people eater.
he's the one
but-
he was a cannibal, right?
Yeah, cannibal. Yeah.
He was keeping his
My kind of
victims
In the
man.
fridge.
in the fridge, all over the house. He had an acid barrel in his apartment that he was like using to help dispose of bodies. Sick.
That's insane. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, like,
I like where this is going.
I know, right? When I was a kid, I was looking at the TV and I was like, oh, well, there's this Rafael Resendez Ramirez guy, the railroad serial killer. And I remember being disappointed, like, man, from this point before, like, all of them were white. Like,
You're disappointed.
and now that was a Hispanic serial killer. Like, all right.
Damn.
No, I'm just kidding. But
Yeah,
I
no.
remember when I was a kid, I was freaked out about that. But then I saw him on the news. Like, this guy's a little weasel. Like, how in the hell did he get his way with victims? He was like maybe 5 something and looked like an old man. Like,
Okay, let's go back to Jeffrey Dahmer real quick, and then we'll talk about Rafael Resendez Ramirez. Okay,
Sure.
So he killed 17 men between the late 70s and the early 90s. Okay, he strangled them and engaged in sexual acts with corpses before dismembering them. Okay, so he gave victims lobotomies.
oh, wow.
He kept victims' body parts. Like I heard he
Damn.
kept their penises and
Oh, what the hell?
their fingers in the fridge. And like I
Wow.
said too about the acid barrel, he used that to help
dispose
him
of-
like dispose of the bodies.
Break down. What's a Breaking Bad?
And the neighbors, I guess, like he just had a very like he just seemed like a normal guy.
That's crazy. Isn't that insane? He
That's
just-
fucking crazy, man. Sorry.
It's like,
No,
this
it's
is Jeffrey
funny.
Dahmer, not to be confused with Jeffy Dahmer from the Ring.
Fucking ringer.
Jeffy.
Jeffy Dahmer.
And it was
Fucked
mostly men and boys because Jeffrey Dahmer was gay.
What do you guys?
Yeah.
He liked it the way the dick tastes.
Yeah, so there were some boy like he killed like 13-year-old boys.
That's terrible, man. I can't even imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And he ate their dicks, didn't he?
Yeah, it's disturbing.
Yeah.
It's very disturbing.
And obviously, he got the death penalty, right? Or did he?
Yes,
die?
he did.
No, somebody killed him in prison.
Oh, someone in prison. Yeah, that's
yeah, I
right.
think like with a broom
With a
or some
broom?
shit. Yeah, something. I don't know. I remember hearing about that. I was like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
really.
so Raphael, or
Yeah, not
his
really,
name
yeah.
was Angel,
And hell, Raphael.
Oh shit.
Ah, nice.
the railroad killer.
I remember that.
That
dude.
was scary because I was in Houston. That was,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
there's a-
that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many people did he kill?
I don't know. I just remember hearing about him.
23 murders across the U.S. and Mexico during the 90s.
Damn.
And then some of them were sexual assault. I remember that. Like he murdered like an older woman, and then somebody in the Heights, right?
I'm not too sure. I just remember him looking like Hans Moleman.
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe. Yeah.
And it's like, wow. I don't know.
Fucking. Oh man.
So, anybody else? Any other ones?
I mean, you guys are the experts on this. I don't
Yeah,
know. But
well,
no.
One of my other favorites is Eileen Warnes,
Oh, with Monster.
Monster. Yeah.
But she became a serial killer later on in life, right? Like,
Right.
she was fucking crazy. Like, I remember she was talking about this asteroid that was going to be killing. Like, I don't care if I go to jail and I get the death penalty. Y'all are going to die anyways with this asteroid that's going to come in I forgot what it was. And she was not halfway right, but she was somewhat right because there was an asteroid heading in her direction. It was called I don't know, End of Time. I forgot what it was called, but it missed us, obviously.
was this like a cult or no? Oh, it was just her saying it herself.
No,
Like-
her saying it herself because she was like, it sounded like she was fucking speaking this right wing bullshit.
Oh,
No, I'm just
okay.
kidding.
Well, I thought it sounded like she was like coming from a cult, like Heaven's Gate or something.
Oh,
which you know that website is still available.
Is it still available?
It is still up there, and it's like ultra 90s. It is like it's
I'm gonna Google this.
it's actually
Are they wearing their knee
it's
caves?
it's fucking creepy because of what it is and how old it is, and it's still operating.
Who the
Or
hell's
still-
funding that?
Exactly, somebody is. Somebody's
Heaven's
keeping it
Gate.
alive.
Oh, it's ultra 90s.
Yeah, see,
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's fucking flash.
Like, man, they're
get
using they're using HTML and shit.
Yeah. Go in the bottom, you see the view count or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
pages.
Oh yeah,
visit-
page visited.
visits.
Is
Yeah,
there-
I
is there
think
one?
that's on there.
Oh, please let there be one.
I coulda
That's
swore.
hilarious. Bookmark this page. That's
Fucking
hilarious.
old school HTML.
Dude, they have a
Yeah.
guest book.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's
it's good.
old. Oh, yeah, that's old school.
Was it to access our online book? I think it's just a book. But
Yeah.
remember the guest book?
I remember that. Yeah, I remember. It was so exciting to get a comment.
Woohoo, that was the first social media shit right there.
Yeah. Yep.
So, like someone comments on your shit, like, so when we banging?
Yeah, it's so easy back then. Get away with shit.
Is that the one with the Gatorade and the Nikes?
Yeah, the Nikes. They're going.
Yeah.
I guess the aliens are supposed to come and take them.
Yeah, they can't. They self-mutilated
That's
themselves.
they
castrated themselves.
No, that's oh, did they really?
Yeah, I could have swore that was part of it too.
Oh, that sucks.
That was the deal.
I would never. I'll drink some punch and I'll wear some Nikes, but I'm not
Nike
gonna.
unintentionally getting support.
It's hilarious. They had. It looked like the Green Bay Packard logo on Heaven's Gate.
Yeah, but isn't it fucking just like eerie?
It does look
Looking at
crazy.
it for
Who the hell
what it
is funding it though?
Yeah, that too. That mystery. See, that's what I'm telling you. It just keeps people coming back. I mean, who knows how long it's going to be up?
Tele Services. That's whoever.
The longer it stays around, and the more time
It's because
passes on.
it talks about the videotapes. It's still on. You
What
can
do
download
y'all
them. That's
what do y'all
part of it.
think about
Yeah.
Oh, like the guy.
But it also talks
I
about
forget-
our position against suicide, and I guess it's.
What do y'all
going
think about
against
Jim
it.
Jones and the Jonestown massacre? Do you feel like?
that's drinking the Kool-Aid.
But do you feel
right?
like
Never
that
came
was
from?
like? Was that like a
What's that?
serial
I don't know anything
killer?
about that.
That was a like mass murder almost type deal. Yeah, like Georgetown, right? Or
Jonestown.
Or Jonestown. I'm sorry.
It happened almost 40. Well,
The 70s.
more than 40 years ago. This guy
He was a
religious cult. Mhm.
Yeah, cult leader.
And
Wow.
in the end, I guess what he was promising to his people wasn't coming through. And he was probably like, people were starting to catch on. And so he basically was telling people, like, the end is near. Like, you need to drink,
Uh-huh.
you need to kill, like, basically go
Well,
on
do
to.
they know that they're going to die after this drink, or
Yeah.
wow?
And so
Yeah, I forgot how many people was. Was it like 200 or something like that? It was like a good amount.
it was horrible. And children,
Yeah,
children,
the power.
Wow.
whole
power
family.
Sounds a lot like
over others.
someone telling you to get a vaccine.
So the death toll exceeded.
Damn.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
The death
right.
toll
Sorry.
exceeded 900,
Oh damn.
including some 300 who were aged 17 and under,
Wow.
making this one of the largest mass deaths in America's
Which
history.
what blows my mind is that, okay, you can be crazy and have this thought. Just how do you convince 900 people to do the same shit?
They pray in a week. People
know, it's-
people need guidance. And they need
Someone to look up to.
Exactly, and they just
It's just insane.
that's how you start cults. Yeah. Just
I'm still trying to get
manipulating, praying a week.
900 listeners.
Yeah,
How the hell am I gonna
this
get-
motherfucker did it on, but with no social media. Fucking badass over here. Damn, it's fucked up. I mean, yeah, you think of it that way. Yeah, he had the power he had on him, man. It just
So it says revolutionary suicide plan at the compound, which members had practiced in the past. So he had kind of already trained them
Yeah.
to get ready for this moment. And so it was fruit drink that was laced with cyanide, tranquilizers, and sedatives. It was first squirted into the mouths of babies
Oh my gosh.
and children via syringe. And I remember listening to an audio
Motherfuckers,
of
that
this,
pisses me
and
off.
babies are like screaming
Oh
and crying.
man, that breaks my heart.
And the guy's on the microphone saying, like, it's okay, they're ready. Like, he's,
What the hell,
basically
man?
like convincing people, like, this is the right choice. And as a mom and dad, you're doing the right thing for your kid.
Oh my god.
It was first, and then
can't imagine that hell.
by the adult members, he killed himself with a gunshot wound. Of course he did. That's, that's the easiest way, right? Fewer than
I
100
don't know.
of the
I think
temple
cyanide
members
would be
survived.
easier.
I don't know. That's torture, I think, man.
And
What's it got? Sedatives. It said right. I thought it just knock you out, and then as you're knocked out, it kills you. I don't know. That's the way I've interpreted it. I'm probably wrong. I don't know. That's just the way I look
My
at
question: how the hell do you get some cyanide?
it. I guess it's
You can't
free.
go to CVS pharmacy.
Maybe in the 70s when it was freely roaming, phone free.
Hey man, I heard you looking for some cyanide.
I don't know about you, future boy, but plutonium doesn't freely. What Doc says, or I don't know. I'm fucking it all up.
You get it in plutonium in every corner.
Every corner store or your local market.
See, with this guy, he isolated them. He had them
Yeah,
in
that's the thing.
Africa.
Yeah, that's how
Oh,
he had the
Africa?
power too. Because like no outside influence, he was the only source of influence. Therefore, he had maximum control of them.
Just like Hitler.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yep.
Wow,
That's how you get 'em, man.
That's fascinating.
that's
I don't
wow.
know, man. Just back in the 70s, how do you spread your message that fast? You just have marketing material at the gas stations or at hotel rooms, you know, like
Yes,
how in the
I
hell?
don't you get enough believers and they'll do the work for you and can start converting others for you.
I wonder how many of those
basically.
started at like 3:00 in the morning, you know, like advertisements, you know, whenever you remember on regular TV, you fall asleep and it's 3 in the morning, like, hey, there's a pyramid scheme, come join my pyramid
Yeah.
scheme, and stuff like that. I wonder
Come
how
join my pyramid scheme. Yeah, that's exactly how they phrase it. Yeah.
But I wonder how, like, hey, are you seeking Christ or are you seeking, paradise, and come take this drink and, you know, bring some
Yeah.
BKs with you, you know?
Yeah, BKs, yeah.
I mean, do we hear about cults anymore either? I mean,
Waco was the most recent one, right?
About? They are. They're everywhere. They're
Where?
just hiding in plain sight. Just don't know
the
it.
Kim Kardashian followers are cults. They're like the
no,
cult
but
leaders.
for real, like,
No, I think.
Well, like on what magnitude? Like, I mean, sign.
Well, I mean,
mind.
what's
I don't
like
wanna
the
say it.
most recent cult?
Scientology,
Hey,
right?
don't
Go ahead. I'll
say
say it.
it.
Who cares?
We're gonna get screwed and come after us.
Who are we? Who am I? I don't care.
We already did that episode. This bad.
Yeah, right. I forgot about that episode. But no, but like, what about religion could be considered a cult? I guess these extreme religions like Scientology and or the polygamist.
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of cultish, maybe. I mean,
yeah.
you can't live outside the realm of
But
polygamy.
like people dying.
Oh, I mean, if history, people are listening to history and reading history. Like, okay, I'm not gonna follow this crazy wacko that looks like Ron. What's his name? Fucking
Jeremy?
Congressman. Just forgot. I just went blank. Ron Paul. You know,
Oh,
kind of looks like the Heaven's Gate guy
yeah,
somewhat.
kind of, yeah.
But Ron Jeremy, here you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
him too.
Yeah,
But
right.
I mean, maybe if history taught us anything, not to follow these wackos and drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
man.
real.
I mean, I don't know. But then it's shifting into social media, and you're seeing people
It's
not.
very cult-like.
It is very cult-like, and
Yeah.
people are not even.
It's taking new forms.
Like, people are on different planes, different dimensions, and talking out of their ass everywhere. Not just one side, but it's everywhere, and it's controlling people and people the way people think. That's a cult itself, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
It's
you're on to
crazy.
something because that's what it's a lot of activity how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's just hiding in plain sight. They just don't realize it. It's
Right.
fucked up.
Illuminati.
There's yeah,
Like you see these TikTok videos where they're showing like these
Illuminati.
reptilians, like as Beyonce and like Jay-Z, and they're all like, you see the eyes glitching, like they're shapeshifters and stuff like that. Come
I've seen
on,
videos
man.
like that. Yeah,
Hey,
I seen
Jesus.
one of Matlock, supposedly a shapeshifter. It's fucking
But
hilarious.
Andy Griffin?
Yeah,
Matlock?
Matlock. Yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
I'll look it up later and show you.
Yeah, please do.
It's hilarious.
Fucking Matlock.
Yeah, no, that's that. I don't know about that stuff.
Yeah, you know, it's insane.
Maybe, maybe. I just,
But on that note, we are pushing for time. You got something else?
Actually, yes. I remember watching an HBO series about a cult, a recent cult. I don't think anyone lost their life over it, but it's the most recent cult I can think of.
And
Let me. It's called The Vow.
The Vow.
Yes,
Okay.
it's on HBO, and it's basically It's a documentary, and it follows these group of people that were part of. I think it was called Nexium. It's an organization, and they were doing like sex charges. They got charged for like kind of, I guess, getting women to like do things that they, you know.
Okay.
But that I didn't hear anything about killing
How long ago did that take place?
recently.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you
Within
go,
the
ladies.
last 5 to
and-
10 years, yeah.
There you go, gentle ladies and gentlemen. The Vow is the most recent cult.
But I don't know.
Wow. Well, I mean, I guess there'll be no more serial killers, but there'll probably be more mass shootings. There was already a bomb threat that happened on the first day of school or second day of school. So just get ready.
Where was that at?
I don't know. I just saw it on the news, but
Jesus.
just get ready. It's season just started now. And
Season just started. Yeah.
so it's open season now, and you're going to see a lot of this shit happening,
2021.
unfortunately. And now it's even crazier out there because we have pro-maskers and the people that don't like the mask, and
Too much
I feel bad for the kids, man.
Too much division in general.
It's
is.
it's the stress that these kids are going to go through by going to school while you see the adults have the arguments, and then you see your peers having the same argument. Like, fuck this! I'm gonna end it right now. You know, it's just
division everywhere.
it's stressful. I'm glad I don't have to go to school during this time. At least public school.
Right.
College is different, you know, because you're expected to have those conversations.
Well, imagine
Yeah.
the peer pressure
But-
from the high schoolers and middle schoolers. Like elementary kids don't realize it really, but
Thank God until TikTok gets to them, which they already doing the dances and stuff like that. Just say, oh man, it's just so stressful, and I feel bad for my kids going to public school because the power of technology spreads information so fast, including embarrassing moments that they may endure in class. That's going to be broadcasted all over their peers via social media, and that bothers me a lot. I don't know. It's interesting.
it's a digital footprint. You need to watch what you do.
But like right now, what we're doing right now,
Definitely.
you know, we're going to be like the guy from the new host from Jeopardy that's stepping down because something he said on a podcast 10 years ago.
Oh my fucking
He's an executive producer for Jeopardy when I guess Trebek was alive, and then he took over Trebek when he passed, and now
You're not
he's
allowed to
stepping
have
down.
a past.
So they're trying to get the guy from Reading Rainbow.
You're
Well,
not-
at least he should be.
Yeah,
I think he's
You know,
pretty good.
The thing is with people these days, it's just you're not allowed to have a past.
It's
is what
the
it is.
cancel culture.
It's
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking that's a cancer. It's cancerous.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
But maybe just to help cheer you up.
There you go. Remember that song, Megan?
No.
That's Ultra Matlock. You know anything about Matlock?
No.
The sexified white suit that he used to sport in the courthouse? Come on. He was the original Colonel Sanders. Yeah, that's our outro music. And we're pushing time. We'll continue rolling that, man. And on that note, thanks for listening to those two people. We're going to exit this with some Matlock theme song. And for that, I am Jake.
I'm Megan.
I'm Paul.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, Felicia.